The words you use determine who you become. We've been talking lately about identity shifts, letting go of old parts of yourself that are holding you back. If you're really committed to this, if you know the cost of staying stuck where you are. You know the cost. You don't want to keep carrying on with the way things have been. And you're committed to this. You want to make this change. One of the best ways you can do that is to listen to the words you use to describe yourself. We talked about this in a couple of other videos ago. We talked about this a few videos ago. If you haven't seen those ones, go and watch those. The wording you use really shapes the way you think about yourself. So if you catch yourself saying things like, I'm a people pleaser who's trying to stop people pleasing, that is exactly who you will be. You will be a people pleaser who talks about trying to stop people pleasing, but you won't actually make any meaningful changes because you're still telling yourself, I'm a people pleaser. The wording you use is so important, and you might have heard of affirmations. I'm not actually a huge fan of affirmations. I think they're a little bit useless to a certain extent. It depends how you use them. Depends how you use them. If you stand in the front of the mirror every day and you say to yourself, I'm not a people pleaser anymore, and you do your little superhero pose, I'm not a I'm not a superhero. I'm not a people pleaser anymore. That does nothing if you then go about your day people pleasing. All that does is teach your nervous system that you're a liar, that you can't trust yourself. So, evidence needs to come first. Affirmations can come after that. If you're into affirmations, cool, do that. But evidence has to come first, affirmations second. Otherwise, you're really putting the cart before the horse. If you're standing in front of the mirror every day, patting yourself on the back saying, I'm not a people pleaser anymore, what you're effectively doing is like someone who wants to be an athlete. They're at home, they give themselves this lovely gold medal, and they haven't even run the marathon yet. They haven't even put their shoes on. They're awarding themselves this gold medal. What are you doing? You're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it. No one else is going to believe it because the actions are not matching your words. So you have to stay as closely aligned as possible. It's not possible to be 100%, but as closely aligned as possible, matching your actions with your words. That is how you develop self trust and a stronger sense of your own identity. So, I'm just turning a page here. So, your nervous system knows when you're lying. So, if you lie to yourself, are you going to trust yourself more or less? And if you trust yourself less, what's that going to do to your confidence? It's going to make you less confident, right? And what do people do when they're not very confident? You end up leaning into people pleasing in order to cope with that insecurity. It's like when another person lies to you over and over and over and over again, you trust them less and less and less and less with each lie. So don't do that to yourself. Okay? Don't damage your trust in yourself. It's sacred. So evidence first, affirmations second. So last week, well, the week before actually, I skipped last week. Actually, I filmed this video last week, but then after I filmed it, I realized I forgot some things, and then I just didn't have time till today. So we're redoing it. 2 weeks ago, my last video, I told you about the fabric I bought, which was supposed to be wool. It wasn't wool. I know all of you have been worried for the last 2 weeks. You've been able to think of nothing else other than wondering, did Internet Auntie get her refund? Yes, I did. Thank you for being concerned. I did get my refund, I think, a couple of days ago. It's little moments like that. I know that story is nothing amazing to most people. Most people probably listen to that and think, girl, why would you even think to upload a story like that? It's the most unremarkable story that's ever existed. It's, bordering on boring. It doesn't matter. The people who don't get it, don't get it. People who don't understand the significance of those tiny moments are people who do not understand people pleasing. And that's okay. It's okay. We're all different. We're all going through different things. But if you get it, you get it. You understand the anxiety that can come from just those tiny moments of needing to stand up for yourself and saying, hey, this isn't good enough. I don't like this. This is not what I ordered. This is not what I paid for. This is not what you said you would give me, etc. So find little moments like that. Mine was the fabric, right? Doing this kind of thing does not make me anxious at all anymore. I used to have like a mental breakdown over these kinds of things. So I feel so guilty. Doesn't bother me in the slightest anymore. But find little moments like this. Maybe you order chicken burger. I don't know. And it's dry, like dry. And you're having a hard time even getting through the first mouthful. Instead of forcing yourself to eat this thing that you are not even enjoying, and then not only that, paying for it, come on, you got to take that first step. It's just all the little baby steps that add up. It doesn't seem significant to anyone else. It doesn't matter. Just say to them, hey, this chicken is super dry. Don't apologize. Do not say sorry. I don't want to hear the S word. Okay? No sorry. It's not your fault you didn't cook it, right? No apologies. Just this chicken is really dry. And let them fix it. Let them make you another one or give it to you for free or whatever. Let them fix the problem. But insist calmly that the problem is fixed, right? Now you have your first little bit of evidence. Go home, write it down in your little book, journal, write it down. Again, not going to seem impressive to anyone else. That's fine. This is a process of baby steps. We're climbing a mountain. One step does not seem significant. You've still got a whole mountain to go. But you can't get to the top of that mountain without that first step, and the second step, and the 10th step, and then maybe taking a step back because you got freaked out from the height or whatever. That's fine too. Baby steps up the mountain. So now you've got evidence. Evidence first, affirmations second. Write it down. I sent my dry chicken burger back. Yay! Yay, I'm recovering from people pleasing. Now you can do your affirmations. And you will actually believe yourself. Like I said, your nervous system knows when you're lying to yourself. Do not lie to yourself. Your self-trust is sacred. So now you can trust when you say, Pooh Bear's really trying to be in the video. There he is. Now you can trust yourself when you say, I am recovering from people-pleasing habits. Label them as habits. Remove the identity. This is why I'm saying the wording is so important. Don't say to yourself, I'm a people pleaser and I'm recovering. That's still not right. I'm a people pleaser. That's identity. Don't use identity language with these things that you want to let go of. Use habit language. I'm learning to let go of people pleasing habits. They are habits. They are not personality traits. This is not who you are. These are survival skills, coping skills. You learned to tread on eggshells. You learned to read the room, not just a little bit, but obsessively to stay safe, right? You learn to not have any needs, etc., etc. I've talked about all this stuff in a lot of my other videos. You know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. It's a habit, not your identity. It kept you safe in the past, and now it's keeping you stuck. So as you go through this process, imagine every tiny little thing, every insignificant moment It's one little baby step up the mountain, one foot in front of the other. That's all you have to do. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? You ever climb a mountain, right? You stumble, you trip on some rocks. If there's snow, you slip over and you fall on your tailbone and then have to sit on a donut pillow for about 2 weeks. Been there, done that. It was really packed ice, right? It's not going to be smooth. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be perfect. It's not even really going to be impressive. No one is going to congratulate you and no one is going to hold your hand. You have to get to a point sometimes, I think, where you get almost to this point of desperation where you know you cannot keep going on like this because it's draining the life out of you. And just think of your future self. Imagine your future self, like conceptualize your future self almost as a separate person. This is what I do with myself all the time. Whether it's imagining myself tomorrow, and I think, oh, I really want to take care of future Cece, so I'll clean the kitchen, prepare whatever I need to do for tomorrow, because I think I really want her to have a good start to the morning. It's that kind of self care. But think about yourself in 10 years. And if you don't have a 10-year plan, doesn't matter. Think about yourself in 50 years. Is that person going to be proud of the choices that you made today? Or are they going to be thinking, I really wish they'd sat through that discomfort and done the things that they know they needed to do? Think about that. Think of the cost of not doing what you need to do. You know what you need to do, right? If you want some journaling prompts, I'm going to put some in the comments. I don't know which ones I'm going to choose yet. I'll find some out of my ebook. And if you want my ebook, you can download it from my website. So go check it out. And let me know what you think in the comments. As always, I always read your comments and I reply to all of them. So I'll see you next time. Bye.